So this is Neo Exdeath. He's basically a jumble of all the leftover sprites thrown together or something. I don't know. You can see like a dude, there's a lady, there's a wolf, there's a zombie dragon, there's another girl, there's one of those unknown enemies, kinda, another dragon, a thing with a horn on it. Now, you can actually justify this thing as making sense if you try hard enough. And by that I mean that the Void already is a mashup of like everything it ate, right? So Neo Exdeath consumed by the Void is just a mashup of everything. It doesn't make sense, and that's why it makes sense. It's interesting in that way. Anyway, what's not interesting is how long this fight is going to take. It takes really long, and you have to I destroy his pieces one by one mostly. If you had any of the broken stuff in Final Fantasy V, this would go much faster, such as Rapid Fire, Dual Wield Spellblade, or whatever the order of that is in Dissidia, where it's Bartz's EX attack. But yeah. So basically what I'm limited to doing is making sure that my dudes are all healed up and that I'm using holy and fire and stuff. Almageddon here is his first special attack. You know it's coming when he starts shaking like crazy. His other special attack comes when he does that. The laws of the universe mean nothing. That means he's going to use Grand Cross, and when he uses Grand Cross, you have to sit there and wait to figure out what random status effects you get punched with. The first time I tried this, like, he kept turning my dudes into zombies, and I didn't have any holy water, so that was bad. You can't cure zombie without holy water, as far as I know. Anyway, Bartz also has the gold hairpin so that he can do things at half MP cost, if you haven't noticed. Which is why he can easily rebuff anyone that loses Mighty Guard. It's kind of important, actually. Shell is actually really useful in this game. Protect's a little less so in this fight because he's not as much of a physical... Well, he just used a powerful physical, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It's funky inverse disco time! How will you be screwed over today? Animation is still going! Let's assess the damage. Lena's a frog. I think that's about the extent of it. Let's see, it blinded DJ Poon 3 as well, thus completing the Cool Shades quota of the character's namesake. So yeah, Grand Cross can be either really bad or really harmless. See also Final Fantasy IX for an example of this. The first time I tried to fight Necron, I got like hit by every status effect in the book. And the second time I fought Necron, all it did was like blind one person. And then Necron died horribly. Necron is also kind of an out-of-nowhere boss. You know, Exdeath is one of the bosses in Final Fantasy that isn't out of nowhere. Like, he's built up as the villain, and the Void is definitely built up as something. And when you see the Void as a mass of everything, you can sort of see this coming. Like, a little bit. Whereas in FF1, it's just like, it was Garland all along! And in FF2, it's the Emperor! Which is another thing that's built up, so that's fine. FF3 is Cloud of Darkness, which is only vaguely hinted at. 4 is Zeromus, and he kinda comes out of nowhere. 6 is also built... Okay, maybe there are more Final Fantasies that don't have sudden bosses than I thought. I'm not giving them enough credit. By the way, Sage's Staff Holy for only 10 MP, which is the same as a not Golden Hairpin, like, raw level spell, is pretty rad, I gotta say. Seriously, Holy is my most damaging single target thing. Oh look, it's time for someone to run out of MP. This is why we have elixirs. Yes, elixirs are important. If I could have used my game clear data to record this, except I already used all the elixirs, so I would have had to grind for money to buy them or something. But elixirs are very important. I could also have sat around and thrown others at people for 5 ages, 5 millennia, something like that. But that would be stupid and dumb. This is already taking long enough as it is, so there's no reason to prolong it. There's a phone call though, apparently. First time I tried this I had Krilly as a knight. I'm not exactly sure why I changed it. Oh great, Forrest is dead. And thus comes another benefit of the gold hairpin, 25 MP Arise. Ah, Arise. Such a nice thing. We can actually see DJ Pwn 3's cool shades now. Does anybody who knows anything about ponies know why the fans have agreed that DJ Pwn 3's eyes are red? It just doesn't seem to have any basis in fact. Well, I guess there is a background pony with similar colors or something like that. Who are you targeting? Oh, you're targeting Lena. Okay. Let's re-Mighty Guard it up. And more Holy. Lena can live. At least the game is kind enough to make the enemy death noise when you kill one of the parts, so you know after like 15 minutes that you've made a little bit of progress. Just for fun, let's target the entirety of Exdeath here. Whee, that was fun. Now let's kick him in the face. I don't understand how you can miss such a mass, but hey, not my position to figure that one out. This is only in 2D after all. Maybe he's paper thin. Maybe this is paper Exdeath. Oh, we killed a part. I don't really know what the distinction between parts is, but I just remembered something, so I'm going to So that last part doesn't come back to bother me later. It's actually divisible by 2, so let's age part of Exdeath while leaving the other parts intact. Sure route to Identity Crisis and other things like that. Yep, he's charging both of his super things at the same time. This will end well. There's no way it can't. No way. Yes, counter that thing. And we'll use White Wind to heal, I guess, while we're here. White Wind is situationally better than Curaga. I'm not sure if it is in this situation, but still. Might as well mention that. Alright, it's Grand Cross time. Begin the crazy roulette! Do, 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 do. He can end the crazy roulette already, but hey. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got Enraged Krilly and Old Bartz. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. We can't really do anything to stop Enraged Krill, so we're down a healer, I guess, but up some damage. I'm sure we'll manage. I've had worse. Oh, Forrest is also old. It's hard to tell. Oh wait, no, that's not Forrest, that's Lena. It's also hard to tell because, you know, black mages and all that. That sounds vaguely racist, but what I mean is that they, you know, hide their face. And to be fair, Lena and Forrest are related. Why did I use a rise? God dang it, me. Pay more attention. Just for that, I'm feeding you an elixir and you'll like it. Let's see. Might as well use her turn to cure herself. By the way, you get a slightly revised ending if you leave, if some of your characters are dead at the end of the fight. Like, the game's like, oh, they're gone forever. And then when the characters are like, man, I wish X was here, or Y or Z, they just sort of beam in a ray of light, and they're like, sup guys? I was too weak to get out of the void on my own, but then I started feeling better. So, yo, let's go ride around the Mode 7 on a chocobo and a dragon. I'm not going to be showing the ending, by the way, as if I really have to say that. It's not quite as long as 6's ending, probably. So there's that. Delta attack! Yep, Delta attack turns you into stone for some reason. I never quite understood that, but what it really means is that we're going to have to recast Mighty Guard again. Because being turned into stone also removes barriers and floating, apparently. Because you can't have floating stone, that would just be nuts. Oh god. Ah! Bad news bears. No, like, this is really bad, actually. I really wish there was a way to, like, cure Berserk, but if you try to Asuna it, like, nothing happens, so, yeah. I also forgot to mention that everybody has Hermes sandals equipped. That might be kind of interesting to note. I don't know. Can we survive? Well, he doesn't have Almagest charging up, so I'm assuming I'll get enough time to use Mighty God again. Might as well keep people's MP topped up during these free turns. Here we go. Problem solved. Still have 3 pieces left. Let's target this one by itself. Speed up the process and all that whatnot rubbish. Let's see. Speaking of Almagest, guess he's charging up his attack that doesn't really have a unique animation, surprisingly. It just kind of goes like, I'm a screen flash, badoo 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 badoo. And then you take damage. He's not even the only guy who gets it. Well, that's because several of the bonus bosses are jerks, but you know. Curly's damage is probably more helpful than her healing would have been. So yay for her, I guess. Here we go. My guest. Now he's going to cross the street. Wow, that was a nice hit. Yep, we're still only 1 piece down. Crazy roulette.